So the leader of the Oath Keepers, one of Donald Trump's kind of guys, was just ordered jailed pending trial. Who is Stewart Rhodes, and where do things go from here? Let's talk about that. Because justice matters. Hey all, Glenn Kirshner here. So this guy, Stewart Rhodes, head of the Oath Keepers and one of the foot soldiers of Donald Trump's insurrection, has been ordered jailed pending his trial on seditious conspiracy charges. Here's how the New York Times reported it. Headline, Stewart Rhodes, Oath Keepers leader, is denied bail on sedition charge. A federal judge said Mr. Rhodes, who was charged in connection with the January 6th attack on the Capitol, was a flight risk partly because of elaborate escape tunnels in his backyard. But who doesn't have elaborate escape tunnels in their... The article continues. The charges against Mr. Rhodes, who was accused of sedition this month with 10 other members of his group, are part of the most serious criminal case the Justice Department has brought in connection with the Capitol attack. This week, a federal judge in Washington, who will oversee the case, set a tentative trial for July. And now, here's how the judge summarized what Stewart Rhodes did. The evidence shows defendant orchestrated a large-scale attack on the federal government with the purpose of intimidating, by violence, federal officials and disrupting official governmental proceedings incident to the transfer of power in the executive branch following a national election. So, who is this Stewart Rhodes? You know, one of Donald Trump's kind of guys. Well, the defendant is a graduate of Yale Law School, but was disbarred in 2007. He has no fixed address. He hasn't even bothered to file federal tax returns since 2007. Oh yeah, and by the way, he has an elaborate maze of escape tunnels in his backyard. Did I mention that? But friends, most horrific is what his wife testified about when she was providing evidence to the court and urging the court to keep him in jail pending trial. Defendant's estranged wife testified that she fears for her safety and the safety of her 6 children should defendant be released. Ms. Adams testified that throughout their marriage, defendant would often brandish firearms to control her behavior, and that defendant would physically abuse his children under the guise of participating in martial arts practice. He would hit the children when he was angry and claim it was accidental. Ms. Adams testified that defendant's violence toward the family became more frequent in 2016 and that her greatest fear was that defendant would murder Ms. Adams and their children before committing suicide. So friends, say it with me as Donald Trump would, only the best people. And friends, I want to finish with a personal observation based on my time at the D.C. U.S. Attorney's Office. That's the office handling the investigation and the prosecution of the insurrection cases. The lead federal prosecutor on the Stewart Rhodes case, on the seditious conspiracy case, is an assistant United States attorney named Catherine Rakoczy. Here's what Rolling Stone magazine reported about what AUSA Rakoczy said at the preliminary hearing in Stewart Rhodes' case. In court on Monday, Assistant U.S. Attorney Catherine Rakoczy insisted Rhodes still poses a danger. Quote, "It's difficult to imagine a greater risk to society," she said, insisting Rhodes could further the goals of this conspiracy if released. Now here's what I want to say. Kate Riccozzi was one of the homicide prosecutors assigned to the homicide section when I was chief of homicide. In fact, I tried Kate's first murder case with her. Kate Riccozzi is a public servant's public servant. We the people will be extraordinarily well represented by AUSA Catherine Riccozzi in the Stewart Rhodes case, in the seditious conspiracy cases. Bank on it. Kate Riccozzi and her team will absolutely move this case in the direction of justice. And justice matters. Friends, as always, please stay safe, please stay tuned, and I look forward to talking with you all again tomorrow.